You know, there's such a big build-up to Liverpool versus Chelsea and how it's going to play out. Liverpool coming off back-to-back losses, first time in a while, and how they're going to react now with the whole build-up and anticipation of Liverpool winning another Premier League title, being heavy favourites with the recruitment that they made. Enzo Maresca coming under a bit of pressure at Chelsea right now, but what a performance that was, what a game.
Here's a look at how the results today, not only in this game, but in some others, impacted the table. So Arsenal, they move into first after their win over West Ham, and Liverpool suffering that 2-1 loss to Chelsea, who move into sixth. With that result, you also see Tottenham Hotspur sitting in third. Such a change from what we saw from them last season. Bournemouth in fourth and Crystal Palace in fifth. What do you think about this, boys?
I mean, the table doesn't lie. I think if you were being honest and you didn't have a clue about any team coming into English football, you looked at the Premier League, that's an honest reflection in terms of what the teams that we've seen so far. Bournemouth have been flying. I mean, Crystal Palace have been arguably the best team in terms of inform in Europe right now. Arsenal, Liverpool have been setting the standards, and Chelsea doing what, as Nige said, being disruptors in certain games, understanding when they want to raise their levels, but can they keep a consistency? Just deep it. Crystal Palace could legit go second in the Premier League after 8 games, and that's not an unfair reflection of the standard of football they're playing, the cohesion they have in their squad, and the understanding between the manager and the players in terms of responsibilities. So the Premier League is still wide open. No one's looking at it at this stage, right? Liverpool, we can still see us trying to gel.
Yeah.
I don't think at this moment we can honestly say we know what Arne Slot's best 11 is, and I think he's still trying to find out what his best 11 is as well.
And that's a tough thing to have to try and do, Nige, when it is really competitive there at the top of the table in the Premier League. You're also competing in Champions League, and a lot of Liverpool fans coming into the season, it wasn't just about winning the Premier League again or just winning the Champions League. Let's win a treble. Let's go do something big. And today, now suffering a third consecutive loss, question marks about what is the best Liverpool team, trying to get the most out of some of these big summer signings. I mean, where are you right now with this Liverpool team? Why have things really started to slow for them in these last few matches?
Well, I'll just start with the team first, Ali. I'm not surprised at the starting lineup he picked today. He went back to basics and what he knows. You talk about McAllister and Gavin back in the centre midfield area. It's a team that only really Kirkes is one of the new signings that started on the left-hand side. Everyone else, Szoboszlai, Gakpo, apart from obviously Isak starting up top and Mo Salah, is a standard Liverpool team. It's the team that brought him success last season. For me, they look low energy when they don't have the ball. Defensively on the right-hand side, they're struggling. Conor Bradley started today and got himself booked, and I wasn't surprised that he was going to get taken off at half-time. Then you put Szoboszlai in the right-back role. Done a great job, but he's not a right-back. I've been in that position before when you can play multiple positions when needed, but you're not comfortable there all the time. So they're very vulnerable down that right-hand side, with especially when Mo Salah plays very high up, and you've got a player that's not naturally in that position but can do a good job. So there's vulnerabilities there. Andy Robertson comes on. You'd have to say he's at fault in that left-back role for the goal conceded, and there was so much high hopes of bringing Kirkes in, and he's still struggling to finish 90-minute games. So again, there's chemistry issues. There's lack of energy when they don't have possession of the ball. And for me, I would have to say that I do worry for Mo Salah. I don't think Mo Salah has been performing to the level that Liverpool need him and required to. When you talk about last season, every time he gets on the ball, he's just electrifying. Something was going to happen. Now with adding even more better quality pieces or better players around him as well to make it more exciting, I'm very disappointed in what I've seen so far in his influence in the game for Liverpool. Both teams are going for the win, which is fine. The difficult thing you've got is you can say, OK, Arne Slot's substitutions that he made throughout the game were a risk, but it could have paid off. But it didn't, because you lost the game. And you're moments away from coming away with a point where people would say, OK, it's a good point. It's a building block that Liverpool heading in the right direction from how they started. But when you have your most experienced players and reliable players, Robertson making that mistake in that time of the game, knowing and just lack of awareness of what's around him, and you'd expect better from him. You lose the game, then all that great momentum and the substitution, everything that you've done that you could have won the game, goes out the window. And now what we're talking about is Liverpool losing and what is completely going wrong at that football club. And there's more questions that Arne Slot is going to have to answer now about his Liverpool side.
Liverpool fans are growing increasingly frustrated with manager Arne Slot following the team's 2-1 defeat to Chelsea at Stamford Bridge, with calls for his sacking intensifying online. The match ended in dramatic fashion, with 18-year-old Estevão Willian scoring a stoppage-time winner for Chelsea, handing Liverpool their third consecutive defeat and plunging the club into a fresh wave of criticism. Supporters have taken to social media and fan forums to express their discontent, accusing Slot of losing control of the squad and straying too far from the tactical identity that brought Liverpool success under Jurgen Klopp. Many have described the team's structure as totally off, urging the Dutchman to go back to basics as the side continues to look disjointed and lacking in confidence. During the Chelsea match, tensions were further highlighted when Ibrahima Konate was substituted early in the second half, a move commentators suggested reflected Slot's growing frustration with the defenders' sluggish performance. With the team's form slipping and the pressure mounting, Slot's position is beginning to look increasingly unstable, as fans question whether he's the right figure to lead Liverpool forward.